Hi all, this video is a big thank you. It's a big thank you to all of those who have taken the time to press the subscribe button. We've hit 300 subscribers, which is amazing to me because I didn't think I could ever be producing something that so many people would enjoy and want to come back for. So, having not had a great opportunity to capture much content over the last few months, it's winter and the Thames has been in flood, I thought I'd pick out some moments from last summer, cruising in the summer. It's not all one trip, so our clothes will change, but it's just kind of to give you an idea of what a trip out on the Upper Thames is like for us. And also what I'd like to do in this video is maybe give you an idea of what my plans are for this coming year as well, because I've got lots of ideas for content that I hope you'll enjoy, and we'll see where that goes.
They're good at getting on and off actually, and they've not got off and they shouldn't do yet either. That's good.
And they haven't fallen in yet.
That's good.
And nor have we actually. Yet.
Yeah, not so good.
And this is how most trips start out for us. We get to our mooring, unload all of our bits and pieces onto Marji B, do all of our safety checks, pre-flight checks, and head off. 9 times out of 10 from where we are, we head upstream towards Lechlade. It's an easy afternoon's cruise to get there, so it's kind of like if we're away for a weekend, it makes sense to head up there during the day on Saturday, have a night out, staying at Lechlade, and then come back on the Sunday. And you'll notice from that just short clip of us leaving our home mooring there, it's a very social place, the Upper Thames. I think because there's so fewer boats on the Upper Thames, you tend to get to know people. You build relationships. You become you know the people on your home moorings and moorings up and down the river. So. And also being a member of the Swan Radcott Cruiser Club, we're making so many friends through that as well. So it's lovely to stop off and have chats. And here's another example.
Just managed to get out. Yeah, this sort of thing happens. Sorry? This sort of thing happens. Yeah. We're off for fortnight. How are you? We'll be back.
And a lovely thing about the trip up towards Lechlade from our home mooring is the variety of the journey. We've got 5 locks between us and Lechlade. We've got Rushy Lock, Radcott Lock, Grafton, Buscott, and St John's. And that kind of brings me to my first thought about content for the year ahead. I'm thinking of doing a video concentrating on each of the locks to give an idea of the layout, the facilities, lock moorings, the history, just anything around the lock that could help people that are navigating up this way themselves for the first time, or that just want to know a bit more about the Upper Thames. Which has made me think about another possible video we could do, which is how to use the Upper Thames locks, I mean, obviously the locks on the Thames run by the Environment Agency have lock keepers. Lock keepers aren't always on duty, so sometimes it's self-service and you have to do them yourself. And there are some like do's and don'ts and things to look out for, so maybe that would be a good idea. Let me know in the comments. It would be interesting to know if people would like to see that sort of thing, a whole video just on how to go through a lock. And this is us in Rushy Lock, the most often used of all the locks. It's the one just upstream from our home mooring, and we love it not only because it's a very picturesque lock, but it has the most wonderful lock keeper as well that Eddie and Parker absolutely love as well, because they know they're going to get a good old pet and scruffle, and if they're lucky, a little treat as well. So they know exactly what's going on. And I think Eddie jumps out at this point. He's being very naughty, but he's after a little bit of extras. Yep, there he is, naughty little boy. And as you can see, we're not in any rush. I think the lock's pretty much full there, but we're just happy to have a nice little sociable chinwag with the lock keeper, see what's going on, keep in touch, and look forward to seeing you next time. And this brings me to another idea for a video, or possibly videos for the year ahead. Boat handling. For those of you that may be wanting to get involved in boat ownership and want to know a bit more about how to handle a boat, it's not that difficult. There's different boats have different controls. Freeman's are very specific in how they're controlled, but it's the principles are the same whatever boat you have. But just, you know, a little guide to some stress-free manoeuvring your boat around, mooring, using locks, lock landings, turning around, all sorts. Anything that can help. Let me know if that's the sort of thing that you'd like to see as well. Next stop upstream for us is Radcott Lock here and Radcott Bridge, which made me think about other content of where we moor, because we quite often stop off at Radcott for a visit to the Swan there for a cool drink on an afternoon and maybe stay over. So some idea of another video of places to moor on the Upper Thames. I know it's a bit of a bugbear for people that there's not an awful lot of mooring, so you kind of need to know where you can and can't moor and little places. So maybe that's something to put together for the year ahead. This is clothing. And this is another lovely part of us on the Upper Thames, is sharing the experience with family and friends. This was in June, I think. My eldest sister was over from Sri Lanka, where she lives, and we took her and my other sister out for the day. My eldest sister used to own boats on the Lower Thames, based in Bray, so this was a lovely revisit for her and bringing back good old memories. I just need to take a quick break in our trip up the Thames to say that you crazy bunch have caught me out. I thought I'd left plenty of time to get this video pulled together and edited before we hit 300 subscribers, but as of yesterday evening on the 5th of March we hit 300, and this morning on the 6th we've exceeded it. So thank you so much to each and every one of you that's taken the time to click that subscribe button. And whilst we're on the subject, if there's anyone out there that hasn't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It doesn't cost a penny, but it just means that our videos will drop onto your feed for you to watch and enjoy. And if you do enjoy them, a like would also help. It helps to grow the channel and helps me to produce more content for you guys in the future. Anyhow, back to our trip up the Thames, and this is us approaching the lock landing at Buscott Lock. And this brings me to the next idea I have for a bit of content for next season, and that's looking into some of the history around areas of the Upper Thames, because there is such a rich history, and Buscott is a wonderful example of that. It was a hive of industry back in the 1800s, with so much to share, and it's so easy to just cruise past and be blissfully unaware of that history. So probably incorporate it in a trip up the Thames, and then a wander around to see what elements are still around for us to see to this day. And another idea I had for a video is, and I should have mentioned this right at the beginning of this one actually, when we left our home mooring. It's all about the pre-cruising safety checks that we undertake every time we take Marji B out, because it doesn't take long. It's just simple checks to check that everything is safe and as you'd expect, and it could help avoid anything nasty or unexpected happening on your trip out. There are going to be variations from our safety checks, which would be based on a freeman, but it's all transferable to other sorts of boats, and the general principles apply. But I think that would be helpful to share that around. And this is the approach to St John's Lock, the top lock on the Thames. You can just see Lechlade church spire in the distance over the arm of the mast there. So it's only a short stretch up to the centre of Lechlade once we're through this lock. And thinking about it, on the starboard side, the right hand side, just before we get to St John's Lock, or the lock cut, there is a small arm that leads up to the Trout Inn at Lechlade, which gives me thought for other content, and that's to do a piece on all of the pubs on the Upper Thames, which obviously I would have to put some research into, each one of them, thorough research, but I'll be doing it for you guys. But that would give an idea of what sort of facilities they've got, what sort of food they do, the moorings that are available, that sort of thing. But I think that would be a very good one to research actually. And the last idea I have for content for the coming year is a piece on the Swan Radcott Cruiser Club. That's the club pennant that you could see flying on the pulpit rail on Marji B's bow. It's a great club, arrange lots of social events to get people together. It's a great support network, so they always welcome new members. So I'd like to do a piece to encourage membership for that club. And that brings us to the end of our trip up the Thames to Lechlade. I'll save you watching us going all the way back again, but that brings us to the end of our 300 subscriber thank you video. So thanks everyone that has subscribed. Again, if you've enjoyed this, please consider hitting the subscribe button and liking this video, because it helps us to grow. So with that said, thank you and goodbye. We'll see you all soon with some of my new ideas for content for 2024.